What's up? Welcome to another episode of the podcast, and happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys are doing well, doing swell, and spending time with your family. Maybe going out to the lake, grilling some food, having a good time, visiting relatives, all the good stuff. Today we have another exciting episode with Mr. Sorrows. He is a sorrowful guy. Nah, he's pretty funny. And we've got some fun stuff to share with y'all today, so we hope you enjoy. With every episode we do giveaways, so make sure to like and subscribe. Share this podcast with your friends. Make sure to comment, leave your name. And if I like it, I'll choose your comment and give you a bond next week. So it's a pretty good deal. Helps me, helps you. So be sure to subscribe and comment. Anyways, the winner of last week's giveaway is Japal. Congrats, man. Join the clan, let people know you won, and you'll get your bond. Enjoy the episode, boys. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're live. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we have with us Mr. Sorrows. Mr. Sorrows has been in the clan for well over a year now. He took a break for a little bit, recently came back. He is the the bearer of Silver Star. Sounds so... So yeah, he's a cool guy. Talked to him yesterday. Glad to have him. Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey man, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be the bearer of Silver Star.
Yeah,
I hope that's the title. The bearer of Silver Star.
Silver Star. Yeah, I don't know why that came out so awkward. I just couldn't get it off my tongue. Oh, I tried to be pretty smooth. Yeah, the bearer of Silver Star. The Star of David, really. But yeah, it's a good star. Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, Mr. Sorrows. Just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, and how long have you been playing RuneScape?
All right, so I'm from New York, and what was the second question? I'm sorry, I forgot already.
Who you are, where you're from, what you do. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
you answered the second question.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I graduated from college. I hope you can tell. From software. I said from. I graduated from university doing software, and I mentioned yesterday that I felt like it was a waste of time. I guess we can talk about that later. But right now I'm just just working on apps, trying to get better to bust into these internships that are rolling in the summer. And that's basically what I'm doing now. I took a break off doing all that. Now I'm playing RuneScape, talking to you, eating burgers.
Nice. Yeah. What kind of burger?
Dude, we have these Arabic people who open up shop in every corner and sell just greasy foods or fried foods, and they sell this ultimate burger which has turkey bacon and an onion ring.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell yeah, man.
Sounds halal.
It's halal as shit.
Yeah. You gotta get that King Cobra grease on it, Make
Seriously,
it tasty.
I have
Add
the
some
ranch.
Drink it.
I have the ranch. Ew.
But yeah. Okay.
The guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Seriously, I love that guy.
Yeah. Well, you recently got tuned into him, right?
Yeah, I never knew about I knew about people recording their lives on YouTube, but I mean, this was kind of crazy, especially that gravy YouTube one with the fried what is it, fried red
the
fried red
cheesy
beef?
chip chicken fried steak. Yeah
Yeah, holy shit. What?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody pick up gravy like that before.
Me neither. I never seen gravy even made like that.
Yeah, you use a whole entire gallon of milk to dip your burger in, and then you use it to mix it in with, like, I don't know, like a bucket of oil, and that's how you get
Yeah.
gravy
Don't
after
forget the
throwing in a
thickness.
whole entire pound of flour. So,
Yeah, for the thickness.
for the
Exactly.
thickness, yes.
We cannot forget the thickness.
No, I mean, Cobra
No.
is something else. You know, he's been documenting his life for over 10 years, and, you know, not even the government can stop that man, that creature, from recording his life and posting it online for everyone to see. So
I mean, I hope he's getting some kind of like money for
he's
that.
not, he's
You know?
demonetized.
So you're just doing it for fun now? That's
Well, I don't
pretty
know if it's
cool.
for fun. He's delusional in the sense he believes he's like really famous from his 26,000 subscribers.
Oh, so this is like real life to him. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
like
But he's demonetized because he keeps on smoking and drinking on stream and saying and saying bad words and talking bad about trannies. So he's
ouch.
yeah,
Ouch.
yeah,
Can't
that
do
stuff will
that
get you,
anymore.
it'll get you muted on RuneScape, let alone YouTube, you know.
Yeah, it's actually pretty surprising that we've gotten to that point. But I mean, whatever. I don't want to get killed, man. I'm not suicidal, all right?
Yeah. So you're
I don't know who's
from New
listening.
York. You're currently eating a burger, very greasy, from an Arabic family. Are you from? Is it like New York City, or is this kind of like the like metropolitan area? Is what it sounds like if you have a plethora of Arabic places to grab greasy burgers from.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm in Queens. Um, this is not really the metropolitan area. I'm kind of like maybe 10 miles out from. No, I'm lying from that. Well, we have cities everywhere here, and I guess the metropolitan area for me is like about a mile. But like the biggest city, is I would consider like Brooklyn Heights would be like the biggest city, like that Brooklyn area where the big buildings are,
Okay,
but they're not on Manhattan. They're like on the other side. I don't know if you ever seen like pictures,
I
but
probably have. Yeah, like when I think of New York City, I think about skyscrapers and
yeah.
the
So it's
concrete
weird,
jungle, like that Alicia Keys song.
right, right, right. So it's like there's boroughs, which is like our versions of
Oh, like Gangs of New York. Is that real?
yeah, it's freaking real. The
Okay.
boroughs we have, so I'm in one of them, and we just have pockets of cities, like in each borough.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like it's kind of like metropolitan, but suburban, suburban. Is that a word? The suburbs.
Suburban, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think suburban is a word, but suburban, yes.
yeah. So I feel like it's just the mix of two, in one, and that's where I'm at right now. You
Okay.
know, yeah. I just explained that all weirdly.
Are the boroughs, are they like, are some boroughs more like Arabic people and other boroughs are more like Irish or Italian people or something like that? Because
So yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah and no. So there's some areas that are like really mixed. Um, like for example, like northern Queens is mixed with Mexican, Colombian, Ecuadorian, but then there's also a Pakistani population like right beside them. So like you can find all those races and cultures like in northern Queens. But then you start heading to southern Queens, you have like more Caribbean flavors going on. You
Mm,
know, you have more of the
like
black
Jamaican
race.
jerk and stuff like that. Yeah. It's
Right,
not
right,
bad.
right. The Caribbean folks are here as well. There's a lot of West Indians, you know, and then there's a little part like in the tip of southern Queens where it's just filled with Italians, and we call that the mob state. you know,
Okay.
where all the where all the weird things go on.
So
you
where all
know?
the Guidos are and the mafiosos.
Yeah, the Irv Gottis, the pizza shop owners that only accept cash for some weird reason.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's less traceable.
Right.
Okay.
You have to clean that money somehow, you know?
Use soap. But yeah. But yeah. Okay. So you're from Queens, New York. You just graduated college. I'm assuming in spring or December of 2021. So this year you're just working and you were recently off because you were applying to internships, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, so long story short, I was working as a liquor store clerk as like, for maybe, I think 6 or 7 years, right? And I just felt like I had enough of that shit. And I quit and decided to make a deal with my awesome mom. And I asked her and begged her, if I go back to college and finish, can I just like lay here and chill and not really have any responsibilities of like, of the real world? And she was, she was kind of skeptical at first. She didn't really trust me.
Why not?
um, well, I tried college a few years back before asking her for this deal, and it didn't go too well. I dropped out. I was trying to go for biology,
Okay.
but
What, to go like medical
yeah,
school or something?
it no, it was just a regular 4-year college.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just had a biology uh, course, or not a course, but a biology fucking degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, biology degree thing. Yeah, they had a whole system there that you can be a nurse, or you can like graduate and transfer to like med school and stuff. So they had a whole thing going on there, a few programs. So I tried hopping on that, and I fucked up big time. It was because I wasn't too into it, and I was also like dating a lot of girls during the time, so I was like not really focused.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Hmm. Well, sounds like the usual. So you went to college, had a little too much fun, is what it sounds like, and didn't finish. Went out, worked at a liquor store for a little bit, realized you don't want to be doing that for the rest of your life. Came back, talked to your mom, who was skeptical because you dropped out of college the first time.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, you finished with an IT degree, right?
Yeah, it's basically an IT degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
look at that. It's not bad.
Yeah, man, I didn't even think I can do it. I was like, I was doing the discrete structures and math and shit, and I was like so scared about it. But then I actually just read the fucking textbook and tried it, like actually tried it, and I was learning and it was working out. Like I was becoming good at it, dealing with all these like problems and solving these like, you know, I call them puzzles, but it was like great, like math. It was cool math. I loved it. But I'm like bad at regular math, like arithmetics and calculus and shit. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's fucking great. I can't even think about it. Oh,
Yeah. Now math is tough, man. Easy for some, tough for others, and I'm on the latter end of it for sure.
hey man, I fucking I failed so many math courses before I took it serious and actually tried and realized I can actually count.
Yeah. Yeah, counting's
Yeah.
hard. Sometimes I mix up my ones and twos, and
No, it's serious. I have the same problem.
it's all binary to me. But
Oh, that's hot, bro. Come on, don't talk to me like that.
so so if you didn't like numbers, why did you come back and like did you switch to IT before you dropped out, or like how did you go from biology to IT?
So when I was failing and I dropped out and I came back, I was on academic probation, so I had a choice, which was to finish like these Spanish courses that I had left over from like the first set of classes that you're supposed to take, and oh, and
Wait,
I was like,
aren't you native Spanish speaking? You took Spanish in college as your foreign
yeah,
language, and you
yeah.
didn't
So
finish it.
yes. So the black guy who was like asking me questions about it was like, "Look, man, I do you speak Spanish?" And I'm like, not really." He was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, and then I knew I had to lie at that point. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, man, I try to speak to my mom in Spanish, but she tells me I'm really bad at it, that I should just quit. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna put you in the Spanish 3 class. I'm like, all right, fine. But in all reality, the best choice was the option that he didn't really give me, which was to just drop like my just change my fucking major. I just needed to change my major prior to seeing that counselor, and I could have probably like chosen a class where what I needed to take for the IT degree, because the Spanish shit didn't even cross over. It was just like a credit that I can't even use. So it was a
Okay.
waste of time.
Yeah.
No, pretty shit.
So how did you end up switching to IT though from biology? Like, was that just something that you wanted to do, or you had friends that worked in IT and you were like, a career in IT sounds good?
Well, when I was when I was 18, my sister kind of like pressured me into getting a CompTIA certification. So it was just your basic IT stuff. Um, and it was like in a school, almost like a trade school, but not really. It was called Perscalis. So, and now they're doing like coding and like data shit, like teaching kids for free, like how to fucking do that, which is amazing.
Huh.
But yeah, but back like 10 years ago, when I was a fucking kid, they gave me like the basic IT skills, how to like, um, build your computer, how to like fucking build RJ45s, build, build your own Ethernet cables and shit.
Huh.
So like, I was kind of put in an IT-ish path, but in the technical field of it, not in the, you know, in a more
Theoretical, like
different.
more so like tactical, hands-on, and that's what you enjoyed.
Yeah, especially with the software. Like, I was on MySpace as a kid, and I think I had the nicest, um, the most
Profile.
coolest. Yeah, I think I had the most coolest profile in middle school,
I
and
can see
everyone would
that.
always ask me, yeah, like, hey man, how you got your fucking MySpace to look like that, this and that, but I just got really interested like that. But in college, I didn't even deal with too much web development. I dealt with a lot of like Python, C Sharp, Java. They were just throwing all this shit at us, and it was pretty like inefficient. I think.
Hmm.
I think. I think if they focused on like one programming language and just wrecked us with theory, I think that would have been the best approach.
Yeah, instead of learning a bunch of languages that you may or may not use.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So was that what, like, alongside having a lot of fun with your previous girlfriends, kind of what encouraged you to not finish college the first time? You were just kind of thinking, this isn't that useful. I don't know why I'm learning this.
Yeah. So when I was when I was going to college, I was thinking I already have this IT certification, so why am I doing this? And that was kind of like the biggest, like the leading idea that gave me the feeling that I probably don't need college. So I was just like cruising in life, having a good time. The liquor store job just gave me like they just made me feel really comfortable, in the fucking establishment. So, and it was a pretty nice place. It wasn't like the liquor stores that you see in like shows where it's like out and like there's like plastic.
Yeah, it's not like the liquor stores in Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-floor
high end one. Okay.
Yeah, like we had wine upstairs. Fucking like over 200 different ones, and it was pretty nice. They fed me Korean food every Friday. Ooh. Yeah, man, it was fucking serious. Yeah, and the boss's daughter would work on Sundays, and she was like 6 years older than me, and God, she had like hots for me, man. But she was married, and she had fake tits, so it made it like so hard for me to not want to like hang out with her, by the cashier and stuff.
Was she?
That was like the best time. She was Korean, yeah.
Damn.
For real, dude.
Like full Korean?
Full Korean, bro.
With fake tits? Like, what?
With fake tits, dude. I was just
can't believe it.
Every time I got a chance to hug her, I took it.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, dude. She was very huggy with me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Gotta show them off.
Dude. It was perfect.
Like
and she would like
for me. Give me a hug.
That's exactly how I felt. It was the most perfect thing ever. So I stood there for 7 years. I said, "Fuck college. I have a big titty Korean girl right here. Like, what else do I need in life?"
Wait, you stayed there for 7 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It was comfortable living, especially since they paid me cash.
Sure.
And not paying taxes made me feel like a villain.
Yeah.
Gave me more confidence in the streets.
Kind of increase your street cred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't finish college, but then you were kind of out of college for a while. Then I was thinking more of you worked for like a couple months in a liquor store and didn't want to do that. But it sounds like you've been working in a liquor store and recently decided to finish college. So if you were living comfortably doing that job, why why go back to college and finish it? Like I'd imagine you could do pretty well working in a liquor store, maybe like become the manager of it. I don't know, right?
Yeah, so
especially if it's a high-end one.
Yeah, I didn't really believe that I could move up in that store because there was already a manager, which was like this Guatemalan kid who married my boss's sister's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one running the whole thing. I mean, he liked me a lot. He was fucking with me heavy, Didn't like the other guys, so he would always have lunch with me. He was not gay, I promise.
Yeah.
Pretty straight.
He just liked you because you were half Latino.
Yeah, and on top of that, he knew that my hobby was like photography, so he would always see my Instagram page and see me hanging out with girls. Yeah, and
he'd like send you pictures of him in underwear and be like, "Hey, what do you think?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm still thinking about starting an OnlyFans. You're pretty good at that. I'm not gay, I promise, though.
That's not a bad idea. I never thought about it. Me personally going in there and doing OnlyFans, just throwing that one out there.
Just help the Guatemalan guy out. It is just with free pictures of yourself. See if that helps you get promoted. Well, it's too late now, but yeah.
Right. I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah, but basically, that position was already taken, and since he was married into the family, it was pretty. He's already in, so there's limited opportunity for advancement. Is what it sounds like.
Exactly, and I mean, I wasn't going to steal like that man's wife. My boss's daughter. Like big titty.
Yeah, the big titty Korean girl.
Yeah, the big titty Korean girls. But the thing is that there's this one time where like I finally met her husband, and he turned out to be the biggest dick on earth.
Well,
Like,
that's why she's with him. He's got a big cock.
now he worked for Verizon, like selling like door to
Oh,
door.
okay.
So so he has a small cock. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, he was very short. I mean, I'm assuming now. It's very like awful of me. Um, but he was Italian, so he could have had a girthy one, you know,
Oh,
a girthy short cock, which still works, I hear.
I heard
You
those
know?
are better.
Yeah, I heard those are better. Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard those are probably the best.
stronger.
Yes, way stronger. That doesn't go limp. You know, it's like the bone is like right there. You know?
It's more easy to support the titties. You know, the extra weight. It's like a short man squatting versus a tall man. You got more. It's the biomechanics of it. It just makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason why he was a dick was because there used to be like saleswomen who used to come and sell us a liquor from the distributors, and it was a strategic move from the company, I guess, because I'm sure they were salesmen, but they knew that we were like dogs in there, you know.
Were you guys like wagging your
So
tails or something? How did they knew that?
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. We would wag our tails like when they would come in. We would like give them food, and like I would offer them like soda from the gas station,
Oh, okay.
um, so, wait, this is the fucking story, right? Her husband like comes in and offers for all of us to hang out later that night. We do. He starts hitting on one of the saleswomen who were there before, and um, she was like telling him that he's disgusting. But then he was like telling her that, oh, it's all good because my wife knows, we're about to like end this, so like, it's all right. And I'm like, well, at least he's being honest, right? But I'm like,
Wait.
shit, dude.
So his wife, his big titty Korean girl, is about to end it with short Italian man with the girthy penis,
With the girthy
but
penis.
it's a huge
hmm
dick. Okay.
hmm
Okay.
And he's just, I guess, using that to try to like hook up with this girl at the moment. And I'm just thinking, man, like this guy is not smooth at all. I would have definitely dropped the whole like my wife and I are like ending this shit, and I would have just like probably gotten her number or something, and probably hit her up like in a month or something. I don't know, but the guy fucking blew his chance. Fucking, and at that point, I was thinking, you know what? I should probably take his wife.
Oh,
Because yeah, yeah. So like 3 months pass or something like that, and we decide to go out. Like everyone from the Sunday, I guess everyone who's there at the liquor store on Sunday, which is just a small group of us. Um, and we go out and drink. She's super drunk, and I'm trying to like stay away from her, just be cool, because I don't want to make her seem like I'm trying to like talk to her or even like
right. Yeah, you gotta play it
right.
cool and
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
smooth.
like sitting far away, ordering fucking Long
Butter,
Island
just like
iced
trying to be
teas.
really smooth. It's like lathering on yourself because you're so smooth.
Like, hey guys, you have any butter back there? Another round of butter. 'Cause, you guys don't see those titties? Come on. And so she comes over and tells me how like she's super drunk, slurs her words, says, "Oh, Frankie, why are you so cool?" And I'm like, mind you, I'm like a 19-year-old at this point. She's like 26, and I'm wearing a leather coat and I have
Well,
shades
that's
on
why.
in the bar.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
super cool. It's like a
not
biker
giving a
look.
fuck.
It's a King
Yeah,
Cobra.
man. Seriously, I shouldn't have gotten anyone that night, you know. But she was so drunk that she thought that was cool, and we started making out. I took her to like my car, and I was thinking if I should just pull out my dick like right there, and just see what happens. I usually don't do that. I'm like a very shy person. I'm usually like,
It's like shriveled up, but you were feeling confident tonight.
yeah, especially since like I never met big booby Korean girls like ever. Like I don't see that ever in New York. Like you can even walk in Chinatown or like Flushing, which is where like more Korean people live, but
I would
I've
say
never seen
fake
a
tits
woman
are
like
less
that.
common in Asian women for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, seriously. So that just fucked me up, dude. It fucked me up big time. Um,
So
it
you
was
were
like
with her in the car.
he had thought about pulling my dick out, and then she asks me to take her home. And I'm thinking, I can't take my dick out because obviously she doesn't want this. She's probably feeling ill or whatever. She wants me to take her home. So I ask her, okay, like, where do you live? But then she says, no, I want to go home, like, with you. Like, take me home with you. And I'm like, holy shit, I could probably take my dick out, you know?
Were you still living with your mom at this time?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, I was gonna risk everything because, come on,
It's a story as old as time. Yes.
must
For a
yeah, must I
girl.
need yeah for especially a big titty Korean girl.
All
That
right.
you know.
So you ended up driving her back to your house.
No, I actually ended up driving her back to her house
Oh,
because
good man.
yeah, I felt really bad. I understood that she was still in this marriage, and I was like, you know what, shouldn't probably fuck this whole shit up. I'm getting fed Korean food every Friday.
Yeah, you got a good gig
Um,
going on.
Yeah, for real, man. And they all loved me there, trying to invite me to like weddings and shit. I'm like, no, 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 don't worry. I'm not Korean, you know. Um, so yeah, man. That was that. Her mom like loved me at that point on. You know, it was a good time.
Yeah.
I got a raise. I think like a month and a half later.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess after everyone realized that I was a hero.
So everything was going well then, and then you just kind of got up and left.
Yeah,
You
man.
left.
You kind of get tired of being stuck in a box. You're kind of meant more.
Yeah.
You're meant for more in this world than being stuck selling liquor. And
Sure.
on top of that, I always wanted to like finish college, like deep down inside me.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like kind of like a goal, kind of like a goal that I always wanted to achieve, and I said, "Fuck it,
So
let me just
shortly
take this
after,
on."
shortly after turning down the goal, the dream of sleeping with big titted Korean girl, you took her home, got your raise, and left the the establishment and went to college to go in debt. And now you're seeking another job where you won't see big titty Korean girls. Sounds like you got a pretty good deal.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the sacrifices of life, I'm
Yeah.
hoping this will come back to me in the form of karma in some way, where maybe I'm born another human being again. Oh, my sister is here. Hello. No, there's no food for you. I'm sorry. I ate. No, nothing. Yeah, yeah. She was.
Hello.
No, I didn't leave food for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I mean, there's a brownie right here. You want this brownie? All right. So, anyways,
Is
what's
that
up,
your little
man?
sister?
Yeah, it's my little sister.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded like a younger sibling.
Yeah, man. I just have like chicks in my family, bro. I don't have any brothers, any like male cousins. Like I have an uncle, but he's like fucking autistic, and I can't have conversations
Hey,
with him.
nothing wrong with being autistic. It's kind
No,
of
there's nothing
cool.
wrong, but I mean, sure, right, but like,
Depends
fuck, I
what type.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have a conversation with him, dude. Like, he fucking gets like agitated so quickly. And I'm like, come on, dog. Like, dude, come on. I'm your fucking nephew. Like,
This is just like start like pulling up RuneScape and be like, yeah, well, watch me grind this for 10 hours. You're like, dude, that's autistic. I don't like it. But that's cool. So
I don't like this at all.
All right, well, so you're done with college now, currently awaiting internship opportunities for IT. Hopefully you get that soon. And in the meantime, you've returned back to RuneScape. So what's the RuneScape story here? How long have you been playing it? I guess we never actually finished the intro. We just kind of got lost in the you lost me at Big Titty Korean Girl. You know, we've been talking about that for the last 30 minutes. So
Oh, worry? Oh, god damn it! I was trying to avoid that story so hard, but someone yesterday told me you were of Asian descent, so I thought you'd probably love that story. And you'd like really know how rare it would be to meet a big titty Korean girl. It's not like a normal thing.
Well, if you're talking about fake tits, I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was fake tits.
Yeah, like that's. Well, you're in New York, so I can see that being more prevalent there. If you're like in places like California or Florida, where plastic surgeries are more prevalent or something. So.
Right. I was thinking about that, but about RuneScape, I've been playing this shit since I was a fucking child, man. I think I started when I was in 4th grade. So what is 4th grade? Like 9, right? Or 9, 10?
4th grade, yeah. Sounds, yeah, I think maybe like 10.
Yeah, man. I was playing that was like 2008 or 9. No, yeah, 2006? No, 2004. I came on right after like those seasonal drops were like out and everything. I missed all that good stuff. But I joined right after that, and I was playing free to play for such a long time. I think I played that shit for half a year. So like by the time I was in 5th grade, my mom finally trusted like the internet with her credit card, because that was the only way I knew how to pay for membership. And then I was fucking on members, man. It was the fucking best thing in the world.
That's surprising. Most of the people that I talked to who got membership in elementary, either their parents didn't trust them, they kind of snuck their parents' credit card, or some of them actually sent like actual cash to Jagex in the form of mail.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a fucking thing. Beautiful. Hey, that's classic.
You have to.
She somehow trusted me because she always saw that I was like, on the computer. She thought I was like very computer savvy, and yeah, this 9-year-old.
Like, oh wow,
are you so smart, you child? You prodigy child. You built the computer.
Child. Here's my credit card.
You built the computer with the instructions that it came with. You're a prodigy.
Hey, well, I mean, it is a pretty impressive thing, assuming your parents are. Well, actually, I don't know. You're Latino. Maybe your parents aren't that old, but computers to a boomer generation is like Cobra's magic or something. Just doesn't make sense,
Right. I fully agree with that. And that's what it was, basically. That she came from, the Dominican Republic, and she never had a computer out there. She got a computer when she moved here. And then we bought a new computer, and I was like the king of that shit, Updated the RAM. 5th grade.
Oh wow, okay. So you knew hardware.
Yeah, man.
Kinda.
Yeah, man. My tower, the side like popped off, and I'm like, what's all this shit in here? And the Google actually was still a thing back then, so you can still like look for like things on Google. So all I wrote was, what's inside the computer? Mm-hmm. And that was the beginning of everything. What's inside the computer. It showed me like what the RAM was, like where to, especially with the HP, they had like the diagrams online. Like like the manual.
Mhm.
It was all up there. You know, pictures of it.
I'd
And
say if you were doing that in fourth, fifth grade, that's pretty good. You know, I think that's pretty impressive as far
oh,
as
dude, don't say that. You're making me cry.
yeah. Not as much
Yeah.
as you made your mom cry, but yeah.
Nice.
When you dropped out of college, I meant. But when you came back, you made her cry again. So
I made her cry a lot of times, man. She thought I was like sick in the head because I started like dating weirder and weirder girls over time, and she was asking me if I want some like a psychologist, not even a therapist. She said, "Hey, do you want me to like check out a good psychologist for you because I think you're sick?"
what do you
And I'm
mean
like,
like
"What?"
weird girls?
To my
Like you mean like
mom.
girls that were guys or like what? It's like, hey mom, this is my girlfriend. It's like that's your friend John. Right? That's kind of
or
gay,
or
dude.
or the infamous like, hey, you know it's a man, right? And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Her hands are bigger than yours.
I'm like, mom, she has hair. Like, look, her long hair, and her boobs. But anyways,
So you're just like dating weird girls that your mom was not approving of. So
yeah. So what I mean by weird is like I should have been more specific. Like her definition of weird is like girls who are obviously like in it and not for love. It's either like for fun, for shits and giggles, for like, you know, comfort, easy exit, or, you know, even the sex.
yeah,
You
but if
know,
you're like a late teen, early 20-year-old, you know, you're dating a girl. I don't know. It's more likely than not that's the case, right? So
right. So it was a confusing time growing up, but I mean, she did like some of my girlfriends, but you know, I did choose like really crazy ones. You know, very crazy girls. And it wasn't like that wasn't normal of me at first. Like choosing to date girls who were out of my league, who are like really crazy, and then it started happening, and that was like the weird thing, I guess, about it, because the girls weren't like genuine or like human. They were like really cold and awkward. They weren't social. You know, weird girls.
very plastic,
the
like
last
tits.
one,
No.
the last one is very plastic. She got like fake lips, and I'm like, what's going on? And she was just like, oh, I always wanted bigger lips, and I'm like, like, oh, that's cool. Like I thought maybe you should have asked me or something. Like it's cool because, dude, she I felt like she was the most beautiful girl, dude. And then like she got, you know, lip injections, and it made her face look so ugly. I mean,
She's just
yeah,
enhanced.
I mean, what,
She's like
enhanced
a
for blowjobs?
cyber warrior now with those lips.
Yeah, I mean, the blowjobs were enhanced, you know, but like the look wasn't. I feel like she went down like maybe like 0.2 points, maybe, you know, and
Sure.
that's a lot, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's it's just fascinating hearing the types of girls that are in your area, which makes sense because you live in New York and that
You
culture is
find
more
everything here.
prominent there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you get to explore, bro. Like girls give you chances here. You just have to like just be like funny and nice, you know.
Yeah. Have like a really high pitched giggle.
Yeah, they love that shit. It makes them laugh, and then I laugh. I giggle more, and then they laugh more,
Who
and
has a
then
higher pitched laugh? You or your girlfriend?
I think it's always me,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Yeah.
But it
Well,
makes
there you
them
go. You
wet
win.
because yeah. You
The person with the highest laugh wins.
know?
That's something I've never heard. But yeah, so you so you've been playing RuneScape for a while. Did you at any point ever take a break from RuneScape?
Yeah, I think I took a break right before the combat update, but then I got on it right when it came out, and I actually enjoyed it. And I got back onto RuneScape, partially because I kind of liked the update, um, and I also loved dungeoneering as well. Like I think that was the thing that came out before the combat update. I'm not too sure if I have the timeline right,
Okay.
but yeah, I quit for a long time. I think it was all throughout high school. No, you know what? Yeah, actually all throughout high school. So it was like maybe 3 years or maybe 4 years because also eighth grade. I think I stopped playing, and then when I graduated high school, I think the combat update came out. I was fresh out of high school. I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and we had a lot of time where we were like doing nothing. So once in a while, I would just like turn on my laptop, get on RuneScape, and see. And then boom, that combat update, man. It was like a refreshing take of of the RuneScape grind.
Wait, so you
Felt
liked
new.
you liked EOC? You were a fan of Evolution of Combat?
Yeah, I was. I think it's
Oh,
partially
okay.
because I played Diablo 2 a lot when I was a kid as well. So, like using the keyboard wasn't too foreign with me, and it was like, I felt like they were upgrading. I felt like they were like changing for the better. Or you know what? When I was at that age, I felt like every update to a game would make the value of the game increase. So when that came out, I felt like RuneScape was just becoming better overall. You know, that's how I
Mm,
felt.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I think you were certainly in the minority as far as actually I don't know. I think half the wasn't it something like half the RuneScape player base quit when the evolution of combat came, which means half of them stayed and played, right? I don't know if that means they liked it, but you know.
well, yeah, I think I just I don't know how that was the pivoting point of RuneScape. I also feel like the whole trading thing that happened was a pivoting point where you couldn't trade to anyone for a long time. It was like I think there was a limit like that you can go above or something like that.
Yeah. At least
Like
I
I
think
think
in
I
free to play, I don't know. I only
no.
ever lived in free to play when when I
Oh
was
really?
younger. I never got members
Wow.
until I
So
was
yeah,
a
there's
man. That's
there
true.
was there was a time in RuneScape where trading was very free, but then they put the first restrictions on trading, and that's when I quit. And this was before the combat update. And I came back thinking, like just fuck it. I'm not gonna be on RuneScape flipping like fucking herbs, dirty herbs anymore. Like I don't care for this shit. I'm just gonna make money other ways. And I would come back and check and but the thing is that with people leaving just because of that combat update, man, it was just I still don't understand why. Like what about that made the game so bad?
I'm sure
You
there's a
know?
lot of people that are listening right now that can probably explain why, but we'll save that for later. So so you play through EOC. If you and then you eventually got into old school RuneScape is kind of what happened. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, so I quit RuneScape after maybe a year after that time, or maybe less. And then mobile the mobile RuneScape stuff was like popping up on my on some feed. I don't know who sent it to me or someone sent it. And then I got kind of interested, like, okay, so they're gonna put classic RuneScape on the mobile. That's dope. And this is like many, many years later. So I took like a huge break after like graduating high school, and so that break must have been like maybe 8, 9 years. Before when did mobile come out?
I think
It was
2018.
2016, 2018.
I, I think so. Yeah.
Yes,
But
that's when I officially got back on.
okay.
Yeah, and then I had this account, Mr. Sorrows, and I barely played, but I had it there. Um, it's just an on and off thing. But just recently with coronavirus and school being fucking remote, RuneScape came back up like really hard. Decided to not be a noob anymore, just do the quests and shit. Like actually be a good player, and yeah, kind of got sucked into it. And here we are.
Still, after all these years, are you still eating that burger, by the way?
No, I'm eating a brownie now.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a fat fuck.
I saw Zachy. He posted in the clan chat. This guy's been eating that burger for over 45 minutes. And he's just like, I do hear some rappers in the background. It could be that same burger we were talking about.
I wish, man. Like that burger was so good, and like again, I'm not too fat. Well, the doctors say I'm overweight, which is crazy. I'm like 187. Exactly.
How tall are you?
And I'm 5'7" and a half.
Fucking manlet.
What? Come on. And aren't I? I'm average, right?
No, definitely not.
God damn it! What the fuck?
You're a little man, little boy.
Jesus Christ, man! Is that the reason why my Tinder has been so dry?
I think there's a lot of reasons why your Tinder's been dry, but that could
I should take the height off the Tinder. And I thought that was like some, overconfidence kind of thing. Reverse psychology. Kind of play. Yeah. All right. Well.
That's funny. So you took a break from RuneScape, came back during mobile with the recent events of the pandemic, gave you the opportunity to spend a lot of time on your Mr. Sorrows account, and now you're here today. Post graduation from college, you returned back to the game that probably didn't start at all, but a game that's very much been part of your life. Why do you continue to play RuneScape?
Man, it's just it's a solid game. It's a very solid game. Especially the classic one. I don't think RuneScape 3 is as solid as the classic version. And of course, it's just you can be on this shit endlessly. That makes it good. Also, I think RuneScape did start it for me, man. Like, I actually waited, I think, 25 minutes for RuneScape to load on my dial-up when I had it, and it actually runs smooth
25
after.
25 minutes. How did you calculate or keep track of that, or how do you know it's 25 minutes?
Because it was the longest. Like, man. So I first got it. Like I not got it, but I first went on RuneScape, tried it on the dial-up, and it never, like the loading bar never moved for some time. And I thought, okay, my computer can't run this shit. So like I just never like try to load it after that. Or not never. I just didn't try for a long time. So then I tried again, and I realized that if I just let it run, the bar would move. It's just that the dial-up speed was so slow. I didn't realize it at the time. I thought that like the RAM and stuff was like where it was at. I didn't realize my internet provider like really mattered. I was a fucking dipshit. So
so you upgraded your RAM to play RuneScape and nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah.
Like a 5th grade brain right there. Your mom over there thinking you're a prodigy.
Oh man, yeah, it was the funniest thing ever. But then eventually, we got DSL, and that fucking changed my life. RuneScape's run so smooth, it made me like come a few times. I think
DSL was pretty great. Also stands for dick sucking lips. Duck sucking lips is what I almost said. Yeah. No, but no, DSL is definitely the better than dial-up.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a fan of dick sucking lips now. Now that girl like let me experience that. I never got a blowjob
from the
from
enhanced
fake
human.
lips.
Yes, humanoid
Yeah,
creature.
yeah, dude. It was very different. It was a totally different experience with the
Hey,
same person.
well, pretty soon we'll have robots that will probably suck your dick. So it's coming, and it can happen in the
Yeah,
metaverse too. So a lot of good things
yeah.
that will come
I might try to open a shop, where
in the
you can use the
metaverse.
bathroom.
Okay.
Uh, no, maybe a physical one as well, like metaverse and physical, where the robots will be like in the wall and it'll give you blowjobs. You
Yeah.
know, you
What are
can get
your
like dinner.
What are your thoughts on metaverse and sex robots? You think that's going to be a thing, or will it be a thing in our lifetime?
I think it's going to be a thing in our lifetime, because I feel like people are always trying to fix the human condition in all these different ways. So the metaverse is definitely going to like pop like really hard. I mean, not pop like in a bad way, but like it's gonna like explode in our face. It's gonna be everything. Um, and maybe it. I mean, you've seen Black Mirror, right?
I've seen a few episodes, yeah.
So you saw the episode with the black dude on the bike where like he tries to get the girl to like chase her dreams, but then she chooses to get dick down. Yeah.
I don't think I saw that. I saw a few episodes, like the one where the the lady put her consciousness in like
That was cool.
some other thing, and then like that thing, like her consciousness was like alive and it was being tormented because they were trying to get it to be the perfect AI to take care of the house. But then there was the other one
Yeah.
where they were all like in a different like TV show or something. But Black Mirror
Hmm.
wasn't enough to like freak me out, but I did watch it back in college and I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it never freaked me out. I mean, it gave kind of like chilly notions of the future, but I mean, it was great. I feel like the Black Mirror series was like something that we needed in our lifetime. Just so people can understand, like, hey, there's a future out there, and like, who knows, it might look something like this, or something like this, or something like this, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's interesting. Like we all, for the most part, I think I have a pretty optimistic view of the future, and I think most technological advancements will be good. But there's it could definitely negatively affect the human race.
yeah,
In
because I
some ways,
mean, you
Ted
will.
Kaczynski was right. So,
In what way?
in what way?
Yeah.
So he said in his manifesto, the first sentence of his manifesto, he says, "Industrial revolution and its consequences have been disastrous for the human race." And then he writes this whole entire manifesto on why. And some main points were that it disconnects humans from what is natural.
Hmm.
And the closer you are to being natural, the closer you can be to what you're supposed to be, if that makes sense. And
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely
just
agree.
yeah, so just like humans interacting with technology, it I mean there's a lot of I'll give you some examples, such as, let's say, uh, I would say social media for the most part is negative on humans. It kind of removes you away from the reality of communication with people one on one, and biologically, you need that to be fulfilled, right? When you're constantly scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, and there's a lot of room for comparison, right? So we
Hmm.
see like people are more depressed and stuff like that despite being more connected through their phones, but people are less fulfilled. So I don't know, we could go on, right? But all I'm saying is, in some ways, I think Ted Kaczynski is correct, but that's a different
Yeah,
topic.
no, no, I mean, I think you're absolutely right about all that. And I feel like it's just happening to us in a way that it's gonna fuck us up so hard. I think maybe in the next maybe 20 to 30 years, you know? Especially the kids who grew up entirely having, the iPhone with just equipped with internet and everything, you know? I think that not even just equipped with internet, also equipped with social media that like parents allowed them to be on and like be exposed to. Um, I think those kids are going to be robots, you know, like
Yeah.
not robots, but like kids who have a very hard time understanding.
Well,
Um,
the flip side is it's also like very hard to predict exactly how technology will affect humans, right? So on one hand,
right.
you have the industrial revolution also created things like modern medicine. People are living longer. Some would say that's a good thing. Others would say that's bad, But it's I don't know. It's hard to say. Like you think about a boomer looking at our generation growing up, playing RuneScape, being on the computer all the time, having access to the internet, right? They would think, oh, these kids are at home all the time. They're playing this RuneScape, right? They're not outside getting hurt, falling off their bikes, like potentially getting kidnapped. They're all inside, right? So but
Right, but
I think we're okay. So that's probably true for the younger generation too, who grew up only with the iPhone. There's got to be
I
challenges with
don't.
each generation.
Right, you're right about that. It's just, I guess for me, it just lies down to the like unnaturalness of it all. You know,
I do
because
agree
we
with
are,
that. Yeah.
yeah, we are playing RuneScape. We are really not out there doing like maybe things that we were really destined to do as like human beings. Because we're like so distracted by these games, you know, and or by the big titty Korean girls. You know?
With the unnatural tits. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, Uncle Teddy was right. Or maybe he was wrong with that, but right on other things.
Right, right. But RuneScape is a shit, man. I can't get off of it. Um, no matter how hard I try.
Yeah. What do you think it is that makes it so appealing to you?
Um, hmm. I think it's just the grind aspect. You know, when I was a kid, these games where RPGs involved, where you can level up things, they were really slow back in the days, and um, I don't know when it was, but then they started making the leveling of things on many games, like Maple Story as well. Like they just made it very easy and very dull. Like you can max a character out in like a month compared, or maybe a week even, compared to many months where it was worth it. Where you max a character and you're like, oh, look at this shit. Look at this fucking max character. I worked for this for like a year or something. And I feel like RuneScape just or classic RuneScape, it's holding on to that kind of grind aspect to games where you can just sit here and um, you know grind out all any of these skills, and of course you can like do other shit. You can watch YouTube videos or a movie and stuff. That's another good thing about it. It's not like Call of Duty where you're fucking killing Talibans and stuff.
You think there's something? You think there's something about the grind that either makes it appealing or in some way connects to our most inner human values?
Hmm. So that's interesting. I feel like there is some sort of connection in like, or maybe that's why the game is so good to me, because maybe I do feel that human thing where it's like in this game, you know, you can set up any 99s here, right, as a goal, and anyone can say that they don't think they're ever gonna reach 99 in RuneScape. I hear that comment so much, but fucking once you set that goal and you're doing it, and I haven't even reached a 99 yet, but I feel like once I do, that would be like an accomplishment that that maybe won't matter to in the great scheme of things, but it kind of matters to me, because I put in some kind of like effort
Sure.
into doing that, and I guess that's kind of like what I mean by like that human thing. It's like just the fact that I'm putting an effort into something that I understand people feel like it's a drag or they can't even accomplish as well, so I feel like that just kind of makes it playable
Yeah.
until
No,
until
I
you-
like that.
until you reach yeah, until you reach 99 and everything, and like you're stuck with a midlife crisis and start making an iron, and playing that way.
Yeah, the reasons why people go into Iron Man is pretty. It's it's a fascinating thing to think about,
It is.
considering there is so much you can do on a regular account to do it all again on an Iron, and then ultimate Iron like young Akka is.
That just makes no sense to me. That's the account where you can only use the like no bank, right?
Yeah, you only use the 28 invent spots.
Like how do you
That's it.
play like that?
That's like
I
stuff that your
mean,
uncle would play. He's like the true artist. So
no, he'd probably be really good at a fucking Iron Man, for real. He'd probably be really, really good at it. I should get him to play.
he's the next Link's Titan. But yeah, it's yeah, it's interesting. I like what you said about how getting a 99, when you achieve that, it may not matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's important to you. I would challenge that. I would actually say, getting that 99, like, yeah, maybe it's not something you kind of put on your resume for your IT internship, but it does create a ripple effect, right? And the ripple effect being you stuck with something for X amount of years and you finally got to wherever there is, right? And I think that's a profound thing that you can experience on RuneScape and not so much on other games. There's a delayed gratification, as I would always say, with RuneScape, and you find that in the grind.
Right. And just with the max cape involved, like realizing that there is an end to this game. And like, of course, you can go harder and do the collection logs and stuff and now the combat achievements. But just understanding that there's an end to all this shit and you can like most likely reach it if you just try. I mean, it's mind blowing to me because I'm still like here with what 1884 total level. It's like I don't really understand when I'm gonna finish this game.
Yeah.
It's still fresh to me in that aspect. That I have all these things to finish. It's a lot of things to finish.
I had a friend. He's in the Discord. His name's Arbok. He's a friend of mine in real life, but he has a maxed account on his RS3. He's been playing forever. He never switched to old school. But he shared with me what he got from somebody else that maxed. And a lot of people that continue to play RS3 are either maxed or they're new people, and not very many new people. but he said this that I thought in some way stuck with me. He said, when you max your account, or no, he said this about the completioner's cape, which is like you have to max your account and do all the diaries and do like whatever RS3 has. It's like the equivalent of collecting, all the coins or hidden tokens in in an RPG or something, right? It's like once you do all that, then you can play the game. And I was like, wow, that's a really autistic answer to that question, but it is very profound, right? In that wherever the end of something is, maybe it's the end of your life or the end of RuneScape, right? Just because you achieve that end doesn't mean that your journey actually ends, right?
Right,
And
because then you can become like a fucking What more can you do after that? Just get money, right?
Well, I don't know. Like there's a guy in our clan. He's friends with Frag and O Vacancies. Ari Shafir, and that dude's maxed, and he still plays. Like every day, he's on all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
can talk to him at the clan chat. He's just this max player, and
Irish Affair is pretty impressive, man.
yeah.
Fucking.
So he's a max account. I don't know. I don't know why he plays. He plays because he
Well,
plays, right?
well, I mean, like at that point, I would play because of the numbers, just to like, just to get high score in certain things. Then I feel like that would be my next goal after, the completion escape, just to fucking try to like get up there in the leaderboards.
Yeah.
He's ranked 920 and ranged.
Yeah, Bully just said Ari is the top 1,000 players in OSRS.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
606 clue scrolls. He just needs 60 more to be a fucking lord.
Yeah. So that's more to support in that, the end of whatever doesn't have to be the end, right? And you can even get more metaphysical with it, I guess, too. Maybe the end of your life, if you believe in an afterlife. As T.S. Eliot said in the Four Quartets, he says, "In the end is my beginning," right? And that is true in RuneScape as it is in life. So I don't know.
Wow, man, you must get a lot of puss.
Oh no,
all these fucking,
no, not at all.
So poetic, dude.
Incel chud. But yeah, it is it's just something fun to kind of think about. And I thought about that when you were talking about the grind. But yeah. Well, cool, man. I'm going to open it up to questions. We've had quite a few people listening. I know InstaZone had a lot of questions. I don't know where you went, but I'm going to go ahead and
man, he must have been probably roasted me on the chat, right? I literally logged off because I'm like, yeah, let me not read this shit.
Just instantly, dude. I'll let him know you can jump on and ask questions, but I'm going to unmute everybody now. So if you guys got questions for Mr. Sorrows, feel free to ask him. Everybody's unmuted. Unless you have your mic muted, like Bully does in lab.
What's up, boys?
Damn. Anybody got questions for Sorrows?
It's all good.
That is all good.
I probably put them all to sleep, man. That's probably what it is.
Now they're trying to Google who that big titty Korean girl is. But yeah, it's sauce, please. But yeah. Well, Mr. Sorrows, it's been a good time. Thanks for coming on, man. The last thing I got for you is, what words of wisdom or general advice could you leave with our audience today?
No niggers.
Wait, who said that?
I don't know who said that.
You can't fucking say it on the podcast. Now I gotta get academic. Oh my god.
Oh man, that's.
I think that was lab.
Of course, bro.
Oh, all right. So, okay. Last words of wisdom. I can make it serious. So, if you ever feel like you're a loser and you're stuck somewhere, just take a leap of faith and actually try doing the things that you've always wanted to do, with like 100% effort. And yeah, just try to be cool. I think that's all.
All right, yeah, just do your best. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Just do your best.
Good stuff. All right, well, thanks for listening, boys. That's it.
You're
Bye,
like, oh
guys.
my god, a female. Holy shit.
There are baby fucking blood drinkers ruining your internet. Dude, that's so funny. I just started the recording right when you said that, but okay.